This is a great stretch and easy yoga flow for camping. And this is great for the morning after tent camping. So maybe you've slept on the ground. And I don't have a yoga mat, and maybe you don't either. So make sure that you've brushed off a flat area of earth. Make sure you've removed all the pebbles or pine needles. And this practice is great if you just have a blanket, small blanket that you can sit on, or if you have a yoga mat, that's great too. So when you find your flat space and a quiet moment or two alone, just come into a seated position. It doesn't matter if the right foot is in front or the left, but just do what feels good for you. Make sure the flesh is removed underneath your sits bones, and place your hands on your knees with your palms facing up. You're just going to start to feel the sensations of the forest around you. Really start to connect with your breath. Deep breaths in so your belly expands through your nose. Breathe in through your nose. And out, you can do some sighs. Listen to the birds chirping maybe. Feel the sun and the dappled shadows on your body from the sun through the trees. Listen to how the wind sounds through the trees. Just start to connect with nature as well as your breath in this moment of you in nature. Palms are facing up. Keep connecting with your breath, and we'll start with the right hand down to the side and the left arm swooping up. Let your nose and eyes look up to the sky, and then go to the other side. So the left hand down and right arm swooping up with your nose and eyes facing up to the sky, and exhale to the center. Again, right arm down, left arm swooping up, and then you're going to concave and arch forward like you're falling over a barrel, and back up with your head and nose up towards the sky. Again, concave and feel a different stretch in your back and neck, and then arch up again and feel that space between your ribs. Concave once more over that rounded barrel, and then up again. Breathe to center, and we'll go to the other side. So left hand down, right arm up, and then arch forward like you're hugging a barrel. And then up with your face looking up towards the sky, and then concave over that barrel. Really exaggerate the movements to feel that deep stretch in both directions. Concave again. Make your hands fluid. And then breathe to center and come forward. Place your hands in front of your knees and come forward. Try to get the belly towards the thighs. Feel a different stretch in your hips. Now put whatever foot was behind in the front to get a different feel in your hips. Place the hands in front of the knees and come forward as far as feels good so you can feel that different back of the hip open. Reconnect with your breath, and let's place the right ear towards the right shoulder. You can use your right arm to add a little bit of weight to your head. Not a lot, you're not going to pull. And then play with your neck. Look down a little bit, put the chin towards the chest, maybe brush the chin up towards the sky to feel the different stretches that creates. Go to the other side. So left ear towards left shoulder. Create a little bit of weight with that left hand on your head. And then play with the chin touching the neck. Chin arching up towards the sky and back and forth. It's just a subtle movement in an imaginary arch around your neck and chin area. Come back to center. Place both hands clasped behind the low part of the nape of the neck with the elbows pressed back. Breathe, and then come forward with the elbows together. Just add a little bit of weight. You're not pulling. Breathe in with the elbows splayed out, kissing the nose towards the sky, and bring the elbows together. and bring the head down. Just adding that little bit of weight. Breathe in, let the elbows out, feel the sun on your face and nose, and then hands down by your side. Now we're going to stretch our triceps and shoulders. So bring the right arm straight up to the sky and bring the hand towards the center of between your shoulder blades. Use the other hand to kind of pull the elbow towards the center of your head to feel that stretch in your triceps. If you want, you can take a bind and bring your fingers or hands together and clasp them behind your back. Make sure you're seated nice and tall, very straight. Now bring the left hand straight up to the sky. Place the hands between the shoulder blades and pull the elbow in towards your head to feel that stretch in your triceps. Breathe. If you want, you can take a bind and clasp your hands together to feel that stretch. Make sure you're seated nice and tall, breathing in this position. And release with an exhale. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now clasp both hands in front of your chest and pretend like someone's pulling your hands forward, but yet someone is also pulling your back towards the back. So there's going to be this push-pull feel. Over-exaggerate that by arching your back. Then, with both hands clasped behind you, press the heart and chest forward and breathe in this good stretch of a position. And then again, hands come forward in a clasp and create that push-pull concave feeling. Bring your neck forward. And then again, hands float back behind you, clasped with the chest and heart pressed forward, creating that push-pull feel the opposite direction. Now we're coming into cobbler's pose, so place both feet in front of you. Peel your feet open like a book. And then elbows on the knees or on the thighs, kind of pushing down. And just try to aim for belly against thighs. Your heart and chest should be pressed forward and feel a good stretch in the inner thighs and the backs of the hips in this position. Breathe in this position. Now use your hands to bring your knees together. And then let your body fall over your knees and create that concave feeling with your back, and hug your knees in together to feel that stretch all across the back of your back and your neck. Now come onto the knees with the butt against the heels and press into the blanket to feel an extra stretch in the upper back. Now standing on your knees, you're going to place your hands on your low back and do a back bend. You can let your neck go if that feels good for you. Let your chest kiss the sky. And then come forward. Hands go straight up to the sky and clasp your fingers together and arch a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. Sway back and forth. Hands to the blanket and lift yourself up onto your feet. We're going to come into ragdoll pose, so feet are hip distance apart and grab opposite elbows and just become a ragdoll in this position. Just let your body fall forward, let your neck go if that feels good, and sway a little bit left to right, or your elbows will go front to back and you'll feel a different stretch in the backs of your thighs and your legs. Roll all the way to standing. Roll the shoulders back a few times, big circles of your shoulders. Now we're going to go into some balancing. Hands above the head, breathe in. Hands to heart center, breathe out. And put all of the weight in your left foot. Hands on the hips. And we're going to lift the right knee and place the right foot over the thigh of the left leg and come into standing pigeon. So find your drizdi, your place that you can focus on in front of you, and send your hips back and stretch your inner thigh and backs of your thigh in this position. When you're ready to come out of this position, try to come out the way you came in by standing and placing the right leg in the air and coming down. Then place all of the weight in your right foot, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So left knee comes up, left leg crosses over right, and come down with your hips and come into that standing pigeon. Find that balance, and breathe with your hands in heart position, heart prayer position here. Come out the way you came in by standing up on that right leg, left knee comes out, and let it sway down to the ground. Shake it out, right, left. Spread your legs out wide and pigeon your toes in just a little bit, and you'll feel this unique stretch in your shins and calves. Come all the way down, hands in the middle of the blanket, and try to kiss the ground, face and nose coming straight down as far as you can. Feel that stretch in your legs. Now with your hands, you can grab your outsides of your feet to pull yourself down even more. You'll feel another unique stretch in this position. Try to keep your legs straight. You can bend your knees just a little bit. Come halfway up. Put the hands on the hips and roll all the way up. Now, instead of the toes splaying in, make them out, kiss out towards the edges of the blanket. Come down into horse position. So your belly is tucked in and you're at an angle, and you're going to go into goddess position. So hands come straight up. Bring the elbows out with the palms facing up and breathe in this position. And shoot up like a star, straight and tall, and come down back into goddess position. Feel the sun on your face. Breathe. You can sway a little bit left to right in that wide-legged horse position. Comes up straight like a star. Hands on the hip, heel toe the feet in together. Breathe with your hands above your head and come forward into a forward fold. Hands on the backs of the calves and pull yourself closer to your thighs, your chest and your belly against your thighs, and just let your head go in this position and use that pulling of your hands behind your legs to squeeze your body into a tighter forward fold. Let your hands go and halfway lift, breathe in, and then you're going to come all the way up with the hands above the head, hands on the hips. Wiggle the hips side to side, left to right. Bring your hands to prayer position and reconnect with nature. Feel the sun on your skin and be thankful for this time in nature and reconnect with your breath.